Let us see what happens to a droplet of water which has its birth, say, in one of the great oceans. The sun has lifted it from the sea, and it has gone up in the atmosphere, and perhaps been driven by the winds over the land surface at great heights. It might go on indefinitely, but for the fact that a forest is below, and this forest of trees is transpiring moisture into the air. This transpired moisture rises until it meets that single droplet and all the millions upon millions of other droplets. They are reinforced and made heavier by this tree transpired moisture. A single tree has been recorded to have given off some hundreds of gallons of water every 24 hours, and a forest of trees creates clouds of moistures above them. You have probably sat on a hillside when the air has been clear. You look out over a valley of woods when a breeze coming towards you from the sea. Cumulus clouds begin to form over the forest. You see them building up as you watch. And later they may come down as rain. If there was no transpired moisture from the land surface, the water droplet, with its millions and millions of companions that had been lifted from the sea, would have gone on indefinitely until it reached the ocean again, where moisture was still coming up. It might then have come down in the form of rain over the sea. Trees are the essential link we want to bring back rain to the land. The roots of trees tap subterranean supplies of water and bring them up to the surface in the stream flow to the leaves. The leaves, having fulfilled their function of transpiration and wood formation, fall to the ground. As we all know, when leaves fall, they keep the ground cool. This and the shade of the trees maintain a normal ground temperature. If the ground is bared and the canopy of trees is opened up too much, the sun gets into the surface of the forest floor. The temperature is raised and the water is dissipated. The water cycle is broken and growth is reduced. There is not only a vertical movement of water in the forest through the transpired moisture, but there is a horizontal movement as well. Whenever there is a clearing in a forest, the moist air comes out of the forest from all sides onto the clearing and condenses in the form of dew. This is the dew pond principle, and in the morning there may be as much as the equivalent of a quarter of an inch of rain, which has been condensed onto this patch, which during the night was cooler than the surrounding ground area. What happens in a forest when there is a rainstorm? First of all, the fall is broken by the leaf surface of the trees, and the water comes gently down to the ground, which is protected firstly by a layer of leaves or needles, and then by the humus which has been formed by the decayed leaves. A sort of compost. Next, the water is held up by millions of hair roots of the trees, the feeder roots. The intricate network of support roots and channels formed by old roots that have died in the ground also trap the water. The water, percolates slowly down and forms springs which may come up later, perhaps in the dry season, even months afterwards. When rain falls upon a bare hillside, the water runs on, finding the quickest way to the rivers or the sea, and in doing so it probably takes with it valuable soil covering from the hill. So the trees not only conserve water, but they also conserve the soil, and in this way tend to prevent floods and droughts.